In a quiet, fog-draped village on the outskirts of Kyoto, whispers of a ghostly woman echo through the alleys like the wind. Locals rarely speak her name aloud, for fear she might hear them. They simply call her the one with the slit smile. Legend says she was once a beautiful wife of a samurai. Possessive and wrathful, the warrior suspected her of In a fit of rage, he mutilated her face, her mouth from ear to ear, and leaving her to bleed alone in shame and pain. Her spirit never found peace. Now, on misty nights, she roams the streets wearing a red coat and a white surgical mask. If you meet her, she'll ask one question: am I beautiful? But any answer may lead to death. 12-year-old Haru had just moved into the village with his widowed father. Their new home was a creaky old house that once belonged to his grandmother. It sat near the edge of the woods, where the fog seemed to linger long. The villagers were polite, but distant. They offered cryptic advice. Never walk alone after sunset, keep the windows shut when the fog rolls in, and above all, never answer questions from strangers wearing masks. One night, Haru was reading in his room when he heard soft tapping against the window. He turned and saw nothing, only fog swirling outside, but he couldn't shake the feeling that someone had been watching. The next evening, as he took out the trash, he saw her. A tall woman in a red coat stood motionless beneath the flickering street lamp at the end of the lane. Her white mask gleamed under the dim light. Her eyes, half hidden under long black hair, locked onto his, cold and penetrating. Haru froze, heart pounding. Then, she turned and vanished into the fog. He ran back inside and locked every door and window. At school the next day, Haru confided in his classmate Emi. Her face turned pale. In a hushed tone, she warned him. She's real. If you see her twice, she chooses you. That night Haru couldn't sleep. Every creak of the house made him flinch. He dreamt of her standing over his bed, whispering, "Am I beautiful?" Her mask fell, revealing a twisted grin stretching to her ear. The third night, the fog was so thick he couldn't see beyond the porch. His father had gone out on a night shift, leaving him alone. As the wind howled, the power flickered and then went out completely. In the silence, 3 slow knocks echoed from the front door. Haru's blood ran cold. He crept toward the sound, heart thudding like a drum. Through the peephole, all he saw was white fog ... and something red. The knocks came again, louder. He stepped back. Then, the doorknob began to turn slowly. Haru bolted up the stairs and hid in his closet, curling up in the dark as the floorboards creaked beneath unseen footsteps. A soft bell chimed. He knew it. Through the narrow slits of the closet door, he saw her silhouette in the hallway. Her presence was ice in the air. The sound of her breathing filled the room. Then came the whisper, carried like smoke. "Am I beautiful?" Haru shut his eyes, holding his breath. But the voice came again, closer now. "Am I beautiful?" The closet door creaked open. She stood there, mask half lifted, revealing the grotesque smile carved into her face. Blood glistened at the edges. Her question hung in the air, demanding an answer. Remembering Emi's words, Haru fumbled in his pocket. He had taken his late mother's lipstick with him for good luck. With trembling hands, he held it out, toward the ghost. She paused. Her eyes softened just a little. She took the lipstick, stared at it, then smeared it across her torn mouth with a trembling hand. She turned away, step by step, vanishing into the thick fog as if dissolving into memory. The air grew lighter, the chimes faded, and the door creaked shut behind her by itself. From that night on, she never returned. But Haru knew she was still out there, waiting, wandering, searching for another face, ... another voice, to answer her eternal question in the mist. If you have a story, request, criticism, and suggestions, write in the comments column, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you and see you soon.